Sorry, I started coughing as soon as I came live. Good morning, everyone. And I am a little bit late because the computer decided it wanted to do its own thing this morning. So, you know what? You have those days when the computer wants to restart like four times right when you know you need to be live. So, thank you for your patience. I am here. It is Friday. And that's just what it is sometimes. You know, this thing going live, I absolutely have loved doing it for a year now. But I've gotten easy with just going with the flow because sometimes things just kind of just happen on their own. So I see Nikki is here this morning. So before we get started, I want to tell you that it's Friday. Yay! And we're going to talk about vacation and how to crash budget for a summer vacation. So, if you are one of those and your only vacation plans include going to the annual family reunion on a 90-degree day with 300% humidity in the middle of God knows where, or if your plans only include scrolling through other people's feeds and looking at where they're going and wishing that it was you, we need to change that right now. And I'm going to show you all the things that you can do to crash budget for a vacation that you can take this summer. You could take this summer, and I'll also give you a couple of tips on how to save a little bit of money. I know I don't talk about this a lot, but I really do want you to get out there and go travel, especially for my business owners. You need to take a break every now and then. So, hey, Nikki, how are you doing this morning? So, let me go ahead and share this. So, if you have a friend that you know needs to take a vacation, please go ahead and just share this onto their feed. Just tell them. Just tell them you need to go on a vacation right now and you need to learn how to pay for it. Or if you have friends that load up 3 or 4 credit cards just to go on vacation, yeah, they need to watch this right now. So why don't you go ahead and share this while I share it, and we'll get a couple of folks over here. I see Nikki is on because Nikki really wants to go on a vacation. Do you have any vacation plans this year, Nikki? Let me know if you do. I'm going to go ahead and share this to our friends over at Budget School because we have, oh, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, we got to get to you, Nikki. Of course, for those of you who are watching over at Budget School CO, we have actually moved. We've moved for a while now back to Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. So make sure you go ahead and like us over here at Keep Up with Mrs. Jones over on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and get the Instagram feed started. It took me a while to get things going this morning because, yeah, the computer just decided it wanted to do its own thing. And so I got to go ahead and get started. So Nikki is saying, take a break. What's that? Nikki, really? Really, Nikki? Really? Come on, Nikki. You know you need to take a break. You know you need to take a break. Hey, Tahira. Oh, Tahira, we haven't talked in a while. I gotta see how you're doing. Hey, Kelly. Kelly takes many vacations, so she knows how to do this. And Heather is here. Heather is here. So let me go ahead and get this live stream going over on the gram. Do y'all call it the gram? And slide. Do you know kids these days, I'm so old. They date, like dates are started by sliding into somebody's DM. Whoa, man. I'm officially getting old, y'all. I'm getting old. So for those of you who are tuning in, you have no idea what's going on. I am Phylecia Jones, budgetologist and solopreneur money management expert, and I come to you every morning around 7:45 a.m. Mountain Time-ish when the computer is not restarting like 3 times. Yep. And I answer any questions you have about business, budgeting, and solo entrepreneurship. And I give you tons of unsolicited financial advice. Now, I come to you live here on Instagram over at Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. So hello to all my folks over on the IG. And I come here live on Facebook.com/Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. And I appreciate every last one of you being here. And today we're going to talk about how to crash budget for a vacation. It's Friday. I'm not going to hammer you about business stuff, but we're going to talk about some money in a different way because some of you need to take a break. A lot of you need to take a break, and you know that, okay? Yes, I am a happy hour lover, Heather. Yep. So if you ever around, I don't do coffee dates, and I've owned up to the fact that I don't do coffee dates anymore because I don't drink coffee. And 2, I don't like coffee shops because they smell like coffee. But I like happy hour. So if you ever want to do a one-on-one with me, I only do happy hour in my hometown in Castle Rock. So all we got to do is get a glass of Prosecco. I know all the spots and they all love me. So let's just go do happy hour. And yes, to hear the kids are sliding into people's DM to start dates. Ooh, next thing you know, that's how people are going to get married. And I'm pretty sure somebody has been proposed to by sliding into a DM. They just won't. It'll take like 15 years before we admit it. Because you remember how everybody never really admitted that they met their boyfriend or their husband or girlfriend in online dating. They just met through friends. And then now it's okay to say that you met somebody. Yeah, so in about 20 years, we'll hear that somebody got a proposal through a DM. So yes, we all need to catch up, and we're going to talk about vacation today. Nikki is going to take a weekend at Turquoise Lake next month is about it. You know what? Take the weekend, enjoy it, Nikki. But we're going to talk about how you can budget for a vacation. Of course, if you ever need help with how to really break this down even deeper, all you got to do is book a one-on-one session with me. Keep up with mrsjones.com/jumpstart. I need to put a little thingy up so I can put it up here for you all. But keep up with Mrs. Jones /jumpstart, or you can go to this beautiful book now button over at facebook.com/keep up with Mrs. Jones. And for my IG people, check the bio. Check the link in the bio. And of course, any questions you have, put them in the comment box. I'm going to answer them for you today. So, Heather loves coffee. Girl, I don't like coffee. Yeah, I don't do coffee. And of course, you all know, if you've been watching me, this is the 1-year anniversary week of Ask the Budgetologist. You know, on Fridays, you get what you pay for here. And since you're not paying anything, you get what you get here. Heather met her husband on a video game. Oh, girl, we definitely need to do happy hour because I'm sure there's more to this story. There's more to this story. I love these. I've met friends who have met each other in online chat rooms, ICQ chat rooms, and been married for like 15 years now. So it's great. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this vacation stuff. First question for everyone. How many of you are taking a vacation this summer? How many of you are pretending that you're taking a vacation? You know, just kind of taking a staycation. That's, pretending to go on vacation. I mean, you stay at home and you do laundry. Yeah, I know how those go. So how many of you are going somewhere, taking a break, especially for my business owners? All of us, mainly who watches me, are solo entrepreneurs, solo coaches, solo consultants. You got to take a break. I'm telling you, I'm a big time traveler. If you've ever followed me over on Keep Up Ms. Jones on Instagram, you'll see that I love going places. And what really got in my way when I was growing this business, I stopped traveling for about 2.5 years. And this girl was antsy. I was jumpy. And things just kept not working out well. And I was like, you know what? I am meant to be on an airplane somewhere, traveling and going somewhere. So that's what I want to let you know, that as business owners, you have to take a break. It's for your sanity. Your sanity. It is for the health of your business. Sometimes it's for the health of your marriage. Some of you need to get away so that you can remember that you are married and the reason why you got married. Sometimes you need to take a break from those kids, because now I'm seeing a lot of people in my feed that are hiding in closets from their children. Oh, I don't have kids, but I feel your pain if the kids are just racking your nerves that day. But I really want you to think about why you need to take a break, why you need the vacation. Vacation is not an option, people. It is not an option. It is something that is necessary for you to do so that hey, Aisha, how you doing? So that you can get your mind right. And I'm not talking about luxury vacations. Going to the lake for the weekend is amazing. But there's too many of us who have our heads down, grinding away, and we never look up to take a break, to catch our breath, to catch our sanity. Hey, Olivia, how are you doing this morning? So what we're going to talk about, hi, John Barry over on Instagram. How you doing? So what I want to talk about today is how you can crash budget for a last minute summer vacation. Summer is over like the middle of September. Summer is over at the middle of September, but I also want to let you know you can always go on vacation. If you wait until like October, oh my gosh, off-season deals, people. Shoulder season deals. Shoulder season deals, people. But for right now, if your only plans are to go to the family reunion in a hot butt park when it's 95 degrees and eat hot potato salad, or if all you're going to do is watch other people's feeds, or you're going to just watch me go on vacation and live through me, we're going to change that right now. So here are the steps that you need to take so that you can crash budget for a vacation. the first thing you need to do, figure out where you want to go. Where do you want to go? For all of you watching, where do you want to go right now? And let's make it realistic. I know all of us want to do a jet plane around the world. All right. I mean, if we can budget for it, but let's be realistic. Where's a place that you can get to that you know you want to go to and we can make happen before the end of the summer? Hey, Annette, how you doing? Hey, Joseph, how you doing? For those of you who are just joining, we're going to talk about how to crash budget for vacation because I'm tired of seeing people saying, I wish I could go. I wish I could go. No, you're going to go and we're going to help you there. So step number 1, figure out where you want to go. Figure out where you want to go. And I need you to do step 2, do the research. So step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, do the research. And in your research process, we're going to figure out how much it's going to cost each day for you to be there. Okay? Let me know if I'm going fast, but please put questions down in the comment box for those of you. Hey, Zan's mama, how you doing? How you doing over on Instagram? If you got any questions, we're talking about how to crash budget for vacation. Any questions you have as I go, if I'm going too fast, just let me know. Put them down in the comment box. It's Friday, y'all. It's happy hour day. It's the happy hour witching day. Yay! So here's the thing. Step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, do the research. I want you to figure out how much is it going to cost for you to get there. That's transportation, plane, car, I don't know, Sherpa, whatever it's going to take for you to get there. I want you to figure out how much it's going to cost for transportation, how much is it going to cost for lodging, and how much is it going to cost for food. Those are the 3 things we got to worry about when we're trying to crash budget: transportation, lodging, and food. All right? That's what I want you to research. So step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, do the research to figure out transportation, lodging, and food. Step 3, figure out how many days you want to stay there. You see how, we're doing math now. I know, we're doing math now. So it's all working out. Step 3, how many days do you want to be there? Those are the important ones because then now we have to really get into the math. I'm going to pull up a calculator. This is how serious I am. All right. This is how serious I am. And for those of you, if a conference is your only vacation, I'm here to let you know conferences aren't really good vacations. I don't know. I'm going to like 4 conferences this summer. No, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I am going to 4 conferences. My brain is not on vacation when I'm at a conference. I am like in play vacation business mode. So I'm kind of away from the business, but I'm like really working at the same time at midnight. So if your conference is your only vacation this year, whoo, all right, I get it. But let's crash budget for that as well. And we've talked about crash budgeting for conferences. But right now, I want you to figure out where you're going. So I've given you 3 steps. I pulled up the calculator. We're going to start doing math. Step 1, where do you want to go? Step 2, do the research. Figure out transportation, lodging, and how much it's going to cost for you to eat each day while you're there, while you're researching your place. Because now you can realize that, oh my gosh, I want to go to Curacao for my summer vacation. And you see that it costs like almost $5,000 a day to do all of this. Then it's like, no, we're going to go to Nebraska. I mean, if you want to go to Nebraska for vacation, I get it. I get it. But you see what I mean? That's why I need you to figure out where you want to go and then do the research, because now we can start eliminating some places that just aren't realistic in this short time frame. All right. So that's what we got to figure out. So for those of you like, Annette says, every time I see a happy hour sign, I think of you. Thank you, Annette. You think of me in happy hour. I love that. So Kelly is saying you got to buy food anyhow, so that don't count. But you got to count the food. You got to count the food, Kelly, because we got to budget for it. We don't want to put these things on our credit card and then come back and not have the money to pay off the credit card. What I want you to avoid is going into debt to take a vacation. We've all done it. Oh, I did it for a few years. Trust me. I used to load up credit cards and go to Italy and come back like, now who's supposed to pay for this? Yeah, I don't have a Prince Harry in my life. All I got is Phylecia in a bank account. That was it. So So, and then Ned is asking, what day did I go over crash budgeting for a conference? I did it a couple of times a few months ago, but I'll do it again. I'll do it again for you, Annette, next Friday. All right. And Joe said, great discussion. Can't wait to talk about it. All right. Hey, Delshawn Hayes. All right. For those of you, Delshawn is my money nerd spirit. She's another budgeting and money coach. She's out there like killing it. So I love Delshawn. So Delshawn just did a show on how to budget, how to keep your budget in check when you want to go shopping for shoes. I mean, like, seriously, that's important stuff, Delshawn. That's like PSA, campaign all over the world type stuff. That's real stuff. All right. So we're talking about how to crash budget for vacation. Step 3. Step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, figure out how much is it going to cost for lodging, transportation, and food each day. Step 3, figure out how many days that you want to be there. All right. I've said this plenty of times. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the math for you. So let's just say I have decided that I want to go to San Francisco, one of my favorite cities. San Francisco is my second favorite city. London is my number one. So my second favorite city is San Francisco. I've already done the research. I want to go there. And I'm realizing that, the hotel is going to cost me $130 a night. All right, that's cool. And then transportation. I'm just going to Uber around everywhere. So that's going to probably cost me almost $70 a day. And I'm running out of ink pen. I'm doing math as I go. $70 a day just to move around on Uber. But I can also just walk too. But I want to budget for just in case I need to go to some amazing places. All right. And then I always put in about $75 a day for food. Now, it all depends on if you're traveling solo. So I'm giving these numbers as if I'm traveling solo. If you're traveling with a family, you got to up that a bit. All right. So this is me traveling solo, going to my favorite city in San Francisco. Now I realize I want to stay there for 4 days. I want to stay in San Francisco for 4 days. So I multiply all of this by 4. All right. So I got to do math, y'all. 130 plus 70 plus 75. That's $275 times 4. I realize now that my trip is $1,100. And I've always said this. A 4-day trip is always between $1,200 and $1,500. All right. So this trip is going to be about $1,100. And of course, we can add on like 20%. Add on 20%. Because, we may meet a friend, we may go somewhere, things happen when you're like partying, So we're going to add 20% to our $1,100. All right. I know you guys are like, are we seriously doing math on a Friday? Yes. So now my trip is $1,320. So you see where we're going with this? So now my favorite city, San Francisco, my hotel, my transportation, my food is going to cost me $1,100. I multiply that by 20%. I get $220. Now it's going to cost me around $1,300 to get there. So $1,320. All right. So now I've done all the research. Now I got to figure out when. Step 4. When are you going to take this trip? I can't do it next week because I don't have the money. Hey, Vanessa over on Instagram. How you doing? And Annette, I see your question. I will answer it. So now I know I want to do this trip in September. All right. I'm going to do this trip in September. Right now it is July 6th. So I have August, September. I got 2 months to come up with this money. I got 2 months. Now I got to give you my disclaimer. I do not endorse crash budgeting. This is one of the most irresponsible ways to manage your money. But if you're going to be irresponsible, I want you to be as responsible as possible. I highly encourage you to do better steps so that you can manage your money properly. But sometimes we just need a real vacation. So I want to teach you how to crash budget for it in as responsible manner as possible. Okay? That's my disclaimer on all of this. So if you need any help with this, hey, if I'm going too fast, just let me know. So, all right, we've already figured out that we have $1,320 to take my trip to San Francisco for my favorite place. And oh my gosh, I forgot what we typically do. We forgot the plane ticket. So I need to go ahead and bump this trip up to $1,500 because I forgot about the plane ticket. It happens. This is how we mess up when it comes to budgeting for vacation. We do all this other stuff and then we forget about those important things. Car transportation, renting a car. Hey Rebecca, how you doing over Instagram? And sometimes we forget about that, and sometimes we forget about the plane ticket. You see how this goes? So all right, let's go ahead and just bump this trip up to $1,500, because I always say that a 4-day trip is between $1,200 and $1,500. All right. I'm sorry, I got things going on that shouldn't be going on. So there you go. I don't know. I got buttons happening. So that's why Zakia is saying I'll be using this method for London in November. Yes, Zakia, we're going to London in November. Annette, I think you're coming along too, so you need to go ahead and use this for London. All right. So now $1,500 to go to San Francisco, my favorite city. I have 2 months, literally 60 days to come up with this money. So $1,500, we take 1,500, guess what? Divide it by 60. It's $25. So for the next 60 days, I need to come up with $25 a day. You see how this is working, right? Now, I may take the trip at the end of September, which is fine. I may take it at October, and I'll probably go ahead and put the plane ticket and everything on my credit card. But what I want you to do is that I want you to have the cash, so the moment this trip is done, boom, it's paid for. We are not going to be paying for a trip to London, to San Francisco, to our favorite place, and be paying for it in 2019. That is not what we're going to be doing. You hear me? We do not finance vacations, people. We pay them off. Now, because we are crash budgeting, which I think is a very irresponsible way to manage your money, but sometimes we got to do what we got to do. I'll allow you to put it on your credit card for now, but I want this credit card, this trip paid off in full the moment we step on the airplane, because we're going to take the next 60 days to come up with $25 a day. We got to take 60 days to come up with $25 a day. So now the question is, what can you do to come up with $25 a day for $60? Do you have something to sell every day for $25? For all of you that are on here, I know Delshawn, Zakia, Annette, who else is here? Heather, Kelly. I know a lot of cool friends, Olivia. I know a lot of amazing people that are watching this show right now, that you got a lot of talents and you can do something every day for $25. You know you do. You know you can do something for $25. And you know what? If we got to break it down into weeks, we will break it down in 2 weeks. 2 months is 60 days. That's 8 weeks. All right, we got to come up with $1,500 in 8 weeks. So guess what that is? If I'm doing my math wrong, y'all let me know. I got to come up with $188 every week. Like I said, what can you do to make $188 every week for 2 months to pay for this vacation? You see how this is going. We are not going to be financing vacations. We're going to figure out how to take care of it now so that we don't get stressed about it later. And I used to do this a lot. When I came out of college, I was working for the military, made over $100,000 a year, and would just finance vacations on my credit card, and would get so stressed out when I came back home. I didn't even enjoy the vacation. I want you to enjoy it, not trying to figure out how I'm going to keep paying for it. So that's why we have to crash budget. And you know what? Sometimes we got to do what we got to do. So remember, we got 60 days, $1,500 to get to San Francisco, $25 a day. I know you can do something to make $25 a day. Either we have to make the money or we have to cut it out. What can you cut out of your life that's costing you $25 a day? I know some of you got coffee habits. Some of you got gym habits when you don't go to the gym that you can get rid of right now. We got app habits. We're paying for apps that we don't even know are on our phone. So I want you to really pay attention to this, okay? I want you to really pay attention to all of this. And I'm sorry, I got logos everywhere. So sorry about all of that. Sorry. It's a hot mess over here. So I want you to think about, what can you cut? Or how much money can you make for $25 a day, or $188? $188 a week for 8 weeks. All right. What can you do? And if we need to break this down by 2 months, And I know too many of y'all are way too talented sitting on my live stream. $750 in July, in August, in July, $750 in August. Can you come up with $750 in 2 months? Come on, $750 a month. You guys can do it. Now, we pay for all kinds of crazy things out there. We're paying for crazy things. I want you to go look at your bank statements. I want you to go, for my business owners, I want you to figure out what you can sell. Or if it's time to sell more. We talked about this yesterday. Sometimes, for some of us, it's time for you to go sell more. Go and sell more right now. Do a little bit more than what you have done if you're really trying to go on this vacation, all right? So I want you to really think about it. Of course, if you got questions, put them down in the comment box. And yes, Delshawn, we are not financing vacations, just like we are not financing shoes. We are not financing things that make us happy. Do not finance your happiness. I need to write that down. Do not finance your happiness. Pay for it in full. All right. I'm seriously writing it down. That was good. Do not finance your happiness, because when you start financing all of these fun things in your life, you're going to be stressed about it later, and you're going to feel horrible later. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to feel horrible. All right. So I want you to not do that. And I'm sorry about the buttons again. Things are just popping up. I don't know what's happening. I honestly do not know what's happening on my button action. Don't know what's happening on the button action. So, all right, I'm going to take a couple of questions and I'm going to finish this off because I still got more tips. So Rebecca is saying, morning, I just paid that for 5 people this summer. The reason why we only go home once a year. So Rebecca's just saying she took a vacation just to go home for a family reunion. And 5 people, and that's why she only goes home once a year, because it's expensive. And if you're financing it, you're going to be stressed about it later. All right. And Kelly's saying, get your miles. Yes, Kelly, we're going to get the miles, but some of us need to get the money first, Kelly. Get your miles. And I pay for a lot of my vacations through the miles. But here's the thing. I don't need you to finance miles either. Don't do things just for miles if you can't pay for it later. Not cool. The key is saying she's going to be picking up a few extra clients. This is definitely make me think. Yes, that's what I do on Fridays. I make you think. All right. Annette said, do you have thoughts on the mental mindset on feeling you don't deserve a vacation because other areas of life are not taken care of? Woo. Oh, Annette. Oh, wow. So let me hold on to that one. I got to get into the mindset to answer that question for you, Annette. Okay. And Annette is saying, I really appreciate how you've broken it down. Makes me feel less overwhelming. Yeah. I really want you to think about this. You know, you can go on these vacations. Hey, Beatrice, how you doing? Hey, Chelsea, you can go on vacations. You deserve to go on vacations. And this is the thing. I get what you're saying, Annette. We have, vacations for some of us are like earned activities. And so just kind of remember this. When we were growing up, we got awarded with things. You know, you got straight A's, you got awarded with a trip to get ice cream. You do great in school, you got awarded with a trip to the mall. You know, you do great at your recital, you get awarded with something. That's how we've all grown up. And at least that's how I've grown up. When you do great things, you award yourself by going on vacation. And because so many of us are still trying to seek success in our business or trying to move ahead, we don't award ourselves with a vacation. And I'm here to let you know, Annette, I'm telling you, a vacation is not an option. It is not an award. You know, and I know this business game is a hot effing mess at times. It is stressful. It is frustrating, and it will eat away at your sanity and your brain. So I come from the mental place of a vacation is not an option. It's not an award. It's not something you reward yourself with. You reward yourself with a vacation to a certain spot. Now, my reward, when I hit my goal, I'm going to the Maldives. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going other places. It's just we change how we reward ourselves when it comes to vacations. You can still, Annette, you can still come to Colorado and visit Castle Rock and go to happy hour with a certain cool friend. Hint, hint. It doesn't cost you that much to do it, but it's getting away, going somewhere new and getting your sanity back. And especially for us business owners, we need to get away so that we can think properly. Have you ever realized that when you go away and step away from your business for a while, you come back with better ideas and better clarification? So that's why I say a vacation is not for and I'm talking mainly to my business owners here. A vacation is not an option for us. Our brain cells keep firing every day, and we need a way to kind of calm it down and rethink. So that's why I want you to really think about how you're looking at vacations. It's not a reward for doing great things. It is a necessary item so that you can get your brain back. Okay. So I get what you're saying. So we have to kind of look at how we've been growing up with, we reward ourselves when we do good things. And I'm telling you right now, rewarding yourself, you reward yourself with going, going to the Maldives in first class. That's how you reward yourself. But you still take a vacation to the Maldives just because you need to take a break. All right. So that's kind of how I look at vacations. And for those of you, if you have any thoughts around this, put them in the comment box. I'll read it out loud. All right. And Joseph is saying, don't get lost chasing sales while saving at the same time. Yes. And we can get lost chasing a lot of things. We can get lost chasing the business goals, the business success, and we'll lose ourselves at the same time. And I know you're saying something a little different, Joseph, but I want everybody to hear that. And Delshawn, yes, we are not financing vacations. And thank you for sharing, Delshawn. And please share. Delshawn says, I love you on purpose. I love that. Please share this out, because I know some of us have clients, friends, family members that are financing vacations right now. And I'm here to let you know I'm an avid traveler. I love traveling. I spoke at the Women in Travel Conference, and I met so many women there doing so many amazing things. But I also got to hear the other side. There are so many women who only do luxury vacations. I only travel first class. But when they came to talk to me about the money, $200,000, $150,000, $15,000 in debt. This is what we need to change. Stop putting yourself out there doing all this travel stuff when you really can't afford it. Because what's going to happen? You're going to come to me and say, Phylecia, can you help me with my budget? And then I'm going to tell you to go make money. And then you're going to go call Delshawn and you're like, can you help with my budget? And she's going to be like, girl, you can't be traveling. So you got to really pay attention to what you're doing. All right. You got to pay attention to what you are doing. All right. Any other comments? Share this out. If you got any comments, questions, I'm going to repeat everything that I've been saying about the steps. So here's the thing, how to break down, how to crash budget for vacation. I highly don't recommend you do this all the time for your money. It's not the best way to do it, but I get it. Sometimes we got to do what we need to do. So step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, research the transportation, the lodging and food. All right. Plane tickets, car service, rental cars, Ubers. I don't care what it is. Figure out how much it's going to cost for lodging, hotels, Airbnbs, don't care. Figure it out. And then figure out how much food that you need to, how much food are you going to be. And be realistic. Don't be like, oh, I could just eat sandwiches. I can't stand sandwiches, y'all. I don't travel like that. So I'm just going to be realistic. I'm probably want more than just a sandwich. I want a whole burrito. Come on. All right. So figure out how much you're going to eat each day. And then step 3, I want you to figure out how many days you will be there. How many days do you want to be there? And step 4, we do the math. All right. I told you, like, my favorite place to visit is San Francisco. And honestly, I haven't been there in a while, but I'm going in October. And right now is July. I have 60 days to come up with $1,500 so that I can get to San Francisco. Now, when I divide that $1,500 by 60 days, that comes out to $25 a day. So now I got to figure out how much money can I make every day so that I can go on this vacation. Me as a business owner, and you, if you've got a 9-to-5, you can side hustle your way. $25 a day. It doesn't sound too crazy because we can come up with an ebook. How can you provide a service? Can you clean somebody's house for $25? Can you do coaching and consulting sessions? $25 a day. One person every day paying you $25 for consulting so that you can go on this trip. Think about it. That $1,500 breaks down into $188 for 8 weeks. Can you consult somebody, one person, once a week for 8 weeks for $188 so that we can get to San Francisco? And if we break it down over 2 months, it's $750 for 2 months. Can you consult? Can you sell? Can you clean out your closet? Go consign things for $750 for 2 months straight so that you can get to San Francisco? And if we go on the flip side, look at how much you can cut out of your life. So here's the side. I always say there's two sides to a budget. There's two sides. Either we got to make some money or we got to cut some money. And you got to figure out what your issue is. For some of you, you can go and cut out $25 a day. Some of you got latte habits, hair habits. Just saying. No. Nail habits. We can cut out the stuff for just a temporary moment of time so that we can go to San Francisco and hang out with some friends, okay? Now, Rebecca is saying, I'm learning that getting away is crucial for clarity and sanity. Like you said, it doesn't have to be far or expensive. The next town over can help reset your brain. Yes, Rebecca. And Rebecca, this is helping answer Annette's question. You got to get away. As a business owner, you have to be away. Stop rewarding yourself with vacation after you've hit success as a business or success in your podcast. You got to get away. And for those of you who don't have a business, you still got to get away. Like I said, I'm seeing people hiding from their kids in closets and cars on my feed. You probably need to get away, and you don't have to do it instantly. All right. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go far away. You just need to get away. All right. So Joseph is sending me tons of love. I love it. Love it. Love it. And don't try to, Zakia is saying wine habits. All right, let's talk about that. Some of us have Prosecco, white wine, and red wine habits that cost more than $25 a day and that cost more than $188 a week. Can you go dry for 8 weeks so that you can get to San Francisco? And for Zakia and Annette, we're going to London in November. So let's break this down. Because we can go sell some stuff. I was sell ourselves. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, that's a private discussion. We can have that discussion if you need to. But we can go sell some things to go and get to our favorite cities before the end of the summer. All right. Annette is saying, and thank you for making me laugh while you're giving these great tips. You are welcome, Annette. It's Friday. It's money. We got to keep it fun. And Zakia is saying, and this is at Kiki, everybody. We went to middle school and high school together, and we met up in London back in March. I have one in college and one going into college. I always feel that I can't afford to travel and get them through school debt free. It's really a struggle for me. You know, that's a very interesting one, Zakia. And I know you because you have the kid. And for those of you who have children and you're supporting them getting through school, and then you're trying not to go into debt at the same time, I need you to kind of do the active thing of figuring out how we can make the money. And what I need you to do, and this is going to be another step in this process, create a separate bank account just for, we have a bank account in our household called Vacation. Hey, Levert, how you doing? Levert went, we kind of went to high school together, and then he went to a different high school, and then we kind of went to college together, and then he went to a different college. So we kind of went to school together, but we definitely grew up together in Birmingham. So Zakia, so what you can do is that I want you to be proactive. All right. Oh, Rebecca's saying not the wine. You know what? You don't have to give up the wine, Rebecca, but you probably need to give up something else. But you can go dry for 8 weeks. So Rebecca, so what you need to do, Zakia, is kind of be proactive. Set up a vacation account at your local bank. Nickname it Vacation. This is how my husband and I travel. And whatever's in that account, we go wherever. If there's no money, we go camping. Yeah, you just saw I went camping for 2 weeks. It's pretty darn cheap to go camping. But what you need to do is kind of be proactive and break it down, just like I said, is that if it's going to be $25 a day or $188 a week to get to your favorite place, I want you to really think about what you can do for $25 a day. Like, can you help a friend out for $25 a day? Can you help out some family members? Can you help out someone to make this money? We got to go old school. Remember when we were 10 years old and we really wanted those shoes, or we really wanted something from the mall, and we would go do whatever, wash dishes? This is how we got to get back into. Sometimes as an adult, we get to this point where we're like, I just don't have the money, so I'll credit card it. We got to go back to 10-year-old allowance days and go out and make the money. And for some of you, you can go cut it out of your life. But if you can't cut anymore, go make it. $25 a day. I mean, it doesn't sound impossible, but we can find 60 people to give us $25. And if your trip is longer out, my gosh, this may come down to, 60 people or 90 people giving you $10 a day? Can you find 90 people to give you $10 for something? Can you sell your consulting services? Can you sell a service? And you don't need to sell your you don't need to sell yourself. I mean, you may do that in one day and be ready for a vacation. So whatever you want to do. Annette is saying Levert, as in the musician. No, unfortunately, Levert, he died, Annette. No, this is Levert Andrews. Levert is Lavert. So we grew up together in Birmingham, Alabama. He is now the baseball coach over at Ramsey High School, doing some really cool things in my hometown. So no, he is not. He is not the musician. I mean, I don't know. Levert, do you play music? I don't know. Oh, and Tahira, Rebecca, Tahira is saying that the wine has struck a nerve. Oh, did I strike some? Did I hit some? Did I hit some nerves with saying go dry with wine? Oh, So now I see why we're not taking a vacation. Oh, we're drinking our vacations away. All right. I get y'all. You got any other questions, people? Because I've been on here way too long and it's time for me to get off. Any other questions? So I told you what you can do to break down and how to crash budget for a vacation this summer. Step 1, figure out where you want to go. Step 2, do the research, figure out transportation, lodging, and how much it's going to cost for food. And you don't have to go like dirt cheap. You don't have to eat ramen. Seriously. You can. I'm too old for that. Step 3, figure out how many days you want to get there. And step 4, do the math. Figure out when you're going to take this vacation. And so when you get all those numbers, if you realize, like for me, to go to San Francisco is going to take $1,500. I want to go at the end of September, so I'm giving myself 60 days. I divide that 60 by $1,500 and $25 a day. I got to go self because I'm a business owner. It doesn't matter. If you're a side hustler, I need to go create $25 a day for the next 60 days or $188 a week for the next 8 weeks, or I need to create $750 for the next 2 months. That's how I want you to start crash budgeting for a vacation. And then the last step, create that vacation account at your bank. Make sure it's free. We're not paying for bank accounts. Make sure it's free and start stashing the money there. You'd be surprised how much you can raise in a short amount of time. And I really want you to take these vacations. It's not an option for business owners. It's not an option for moms. It's not an option for any of us. I don't want you to reward. You're like, I only go on vacation just to reward myself. No, I want you to realize that getting away helps your sanity. Reward your sanity by getting away. Now, if you want to like really up yourself, then you take a bigger vacation. You go somewhere like all first class. That's how you reward yourself. But I don't want you to not get away, not go see your friend, not go to the next state over and just go do something different. Go on a tour. Some of you here live in some amazing places. All you got to do is go like 3 towns over, take the tour, go to a castle, go to a lake. I'm in Colorado. All I got to do is drive to the mountains and feel like I'm in a whole different world. And Annette, you're in California. You got all kinds of things and places you can go. So I want you to really start thinking about that. A vacation is not an option. It's just a way for you to get away and keep your sanity. Because this business game is hard. It's frustrating, it's stressful, and you need to get away so that you can figure out what you can do better, how you can grow, and, the changes that you need to make, all right? So, so the wine has struck a nerve with everyone. Oh my gosh. You guys need to stop drinking away your vacation. I used to have a friend. When I lived in San Diego, I could never get my friends to come visit me because nobody had money. And she was like, well, I just bought 3 Coach bags. Like, there go 3 plane tickets right there. All right, people, stop drinking away your vacations. Stop putting your vacations in a purse. I've been there. I got a lot of cute purses. Maybe I should debut the purses one day so you could see how many vacations I missed because of purses. I think I missed about $25,000 in vacations because of purses. That'd actually be a good show next week. Maybe I should do that. So I want you to really start thinking about this. Stop drinking away your vacation. Stop buying new shoes for vacations. Experiences, people. We got to go for experiences. The shoes, we just replace. Some of these experiences you will not replace. So my one experience, now we didn't vacation together, but meeting up my friend Zakia in London on the day before I left, and while she just got there, having dinner with her, doing a little bit of bar hopping, that's an experience that you'll never be able to replace. The shoes, the purses, the hair, whatever you buy on Amazon can be replaced. Those experiences cannot. I just met up with another friend in Billings, Montana, because her road trip crossed my road trip. We had dinner, her husband, my husband. You can't replace those experiences, people. The shoes, the purses, all that stuff can be replaced. The wine can be replaced. Trust me, I know how to go through 4 bottles with friends in like 2 hours, but that stuff can be replaced because they have wine clubs. So just think about it. Heather is saying every night is a vacation on the couch with a good burgundy. Oh, Heather, you guys and your wine. You guys are funny. I mean, I like my Prosecco, but I like my Prosecco in a different country. Prosecco, Burgundy in a different state is a whole lot better than on the couch, girl. And on somebody else's couch in their Airbnb, you got to think about that. Annette says, so the deadline should be 21 days at least minimum before the plane ticket so that you get the best deal. You know, I didn't talk about deals, Annette. You can just figure it out. Like if you're going to do domestic, then yeah, you need to get your plane. You got about 4 weeks to get a plane ticket. Of course, the longer out, you can get cheaper tickets, but I didn't really talk about the deals. It's just more crash budgeting, because when we're crash budgeting, all logic is thrown aside. So just think about where you're trying to go, and also look at the deal. Of course, deal hop if you can, if you have the brain power and you have the bandwidth to go and do it. But for domestic vacations, you want to look at least 4 weeks out for plane tickets. Go with the cheap carriers if you can. Always look at shoulder season. So I love, like, if we're all planning to go to London, like I think are we all going to London? I would love for all of us to go to London. If we're all going to London in November, that is actually shoulder season and low season there. So you can actually get deals. If you try to go to London like right now, very, very expensive, even in September, because it's high season and travel. So when you're doing your research, look at high season, shoulder season, and low season. Okay. High, shoulder, low. Your best deals will always be in low, but sometimes the weather is crappy. Like, I think like October is like the best time to go to Caribbean, but it's hurricane season. Yeah, so just FYI. So you want to go with shoulder season. And if all you can do is go in high season, which since some of you have children, you can only travel in high season. I just want you to be prepared for it, okay? Always want you to be prepared. So that's what you got to do. So yeah, so give yourself at least 21 days. But sometimes if you only got 4 weeks, remember, crash budgeting for vacation is kind of like when we crash budget for a diet. Is very irresponsible, but we've all done it. You know, so if you got to go to a friend's wedding in like 4 weeks, you know, highly irresponsible things that you never should do ever, ever, ever in your life, but you do it anyway. That's how crash budgeting works. All logic is tossed aside. And Joseph is saying wine is cheaper when you tour vineyard. Oh, that is so true. All right, for all my winos, and you're scared about going dry, wine is cheaper when you tour a vineyard. Beer is cheaper when you go to breweries because they give you flights for $4 and you can sample everything for like $1. That is okay, Joseph, I'm writing that down too. Wine is cheaper when you tour a vineyard. Remember that, folks. Just vacation to a vineyard. And then you don't have to go dry. Yes, Tahira Purses. And Zakia, thank you. Thank you for saying thank you. It was so amazing meeting up with Zakia in London. We got to do it again. And yes to experiences, not Amazon too. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just being for real. How bad do you want this vacation, Tahira? I understand Prime Week is coming, but we can go dry during Amazon Prime Week to go on vacation. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? All right, folks, I need to go sign off. It's almost 9 o'clock. I got to go do income producing activities. Because remember, after 9 a.m., we do income producing activities. I I hope you have a good Friday. I'm going to sign off here on Instagram first. So for all of you on Instagram, I appreciate you. Rebecca, who else was here? Mr. John Barry, Vanessa, Zan's mama. Thank you so very much for tuning in over here on Instagram. If you need me for anything, you need help, you need to book a one-on-one session, just go to keepupwithmrsjones.com/jumpstart. I'm here to help you with anything if we need to crash budget. And of course, if we need to get beyond crash budgeting, I'm here to help you as well. So take care. I'll see you bright and early. We're going to do behind the scenes Saturday. I'm going to talk about my epic speaking fail on my last speaking gig. It was horrible. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. So see you bright and early. Bye. For those of you who are still here on Facebook, I appreciate you. So Annette, Heather, Nikki, Zakia, Joseph, who else is here? Chelsea, Kelly, Olivia, Tahira. Am I missing anybody? Delshawn's doing her live stream now. Thank you for tuning in. I couldn't do this without you. This has been the anniversary week of Ask the Budgetologist. I've been coming to you live every day, and you all make it so much fun. I appreciate you. If you ever, hey Swarbu, how you doing? I missed you. How you doing? You just tuned in. If I can ever, and yes, let's go to a vineyard. So maybe next week we'll crash budget on how to go to Napa. So since many of you, and for these Crash Budgeting Fridays, tell me where you want to go. I will crash budget it for you. All right. So, hey, Cassie, how you doing? If we need to crash budget to go to Napa, I'm putting that on the list so that we can crash budget to go to Napa, and I will do the research for you. All right. So I appreciate every last one of you being here. I couldn't have done this without you. Going live for a year has been a lot of fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you ever need help with anything, please put your questions down in the comment box. If you need to do a one-on-one session around your money so that we don't have to crash budget. I don't crash budget for vacations anymore. If you want to go beyond crash budgeting, all you got to do is just book a session with me, one-on-one, you and me. keepupwithmrsjones.com/jumpstart, or go to facebook.com/keepupwithmrsjones and click that beautiful book now button. Because I don't want you to vacation like this all the time. I want you to have an established vacation account so that we can go anywhere, anytime with no issues. All right. So have an amazing day. Tomorrow, yes, please rewatch Cassie, and if you need anything, just let me know. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about, tomorrow's Behind the Scenes Saturdays. I'm going to talk about my last speaking gig and one of the most epic fails ever. One of the most epic fails I've ever had speaking. And I'm going to go deep into it and just talk about it and how you can avoid where I've messed up. I go and do all the mistakes for you so that you don't have to. So if you need me, you know where to find me. Have an amazing day. It's almost 9:00. Go make some money, people, so we can go on vacation. After 9:00, we do income producing activities. We don't drink IPAs. We only do IPAs. So take care. Hey, Maura, how you doing? New to this site. I'll tune in next week. Hey, Maura, I come on live every day. All you got to do is go check out a video, but I come on live every day. And so you can tune in tomorrow or Sunday or next Monday or next Tuesday. I will be here. So take care. You all have an amazing, amazing weekend. I appreciate every last one of you. If you need me for happy hour, or if you need me to go on vacation, all you got to do is call. See you bright and early tomorrow. Happy budgeting. Bye.